Alright, in this video we're going to cover how to create AI outbound callers. So first of all, you gotta understand what it actually is. So you probably know what a normal AI receptionist is. If you don't know, just watch my first video. So normal AI receptionist, when you call it, it just immediately triggers the AI voice agent in Vapi. And a dynamic AI receptionist, basically, after the call, it connects with the server, then can get some data and put that into the AI voice agent. If you want to, I can make a video about it as well. It's basically just that the AI voice agent can remember some data, for example, the name, the topic of the last call, so on and so forth. And now the AI outbound caller, which is not triggered by a call, because the AI outbound caller is calling someone else. So the call is triggered by the server that can get information from, for example, a lead list, and then it creates a call with Vapi, basically. So right here I got an event reminder, which doesn't take in a lead list, but the Google Calendar event, because look, if you look here, I got an event here and there, demo call, prompt call AI, and that is the guest. That is just me. I didn't put a name, phone number, business. That doesn't matter right now. The only important thing is the phone number right now. So this automation basically gets the Google Calendar event. Then I got one that gets the data from a meeting that was booked with the AI voice agent and one that was booked with the Typeform. They are a little bit different, so I got to create two paths. So first of all, it gets the email, then it searches the lead's other data in the Google Sheet, which is my CRM, based on the email, and then it sends an email to the, then it sends the email and reminder email to the. Then it sends a reminder email to the lead, then it sends an email to myself, then it gets the start time of the call, then it adds an hour just because of the time zone difference, and then it gets the minute difference to now and to the start time of the meeting, so it can say, hey, I'm just calling to remind you of your meeting with Prompt Call AI in 17-ish minutes. Or in 17 minutes, not ish. And here you can see my API key up there, which I'm not going to show you. And then right here, just some data that you got to put in. And down here is the really important part. That's the structure with which you can create the AI voice agent. But don't worry, I'm going to explain you in this video how you can create that yourself. Okay, and we're going to use Google Sheets, just a basic lead list, which is in this case just my number. So I got my name and my phone number right here. And what we need to do now is basically we can start building the automation. First going to search rows, but we gotta add one more thing into the CRM. So basically we add a called field in there, copy that, and then insert a checkbox, which basically just here, that is the value true, false, just a basic Boolean. And now we can check the spreadsheet after we've selected it. Spreadsheet idea, YouTube CRM, sheet number 1. And then we can set a condition, which would be called. We've got to set it equal to false. That we only call the people that have not been called yet. And then we basically got all the data. Now then we set the HTTP request. Leave that as it is right now. Then we set a Google Sheet update row and set it that the person was called, that we don't call them multiple times. Spreadsheet idea, YouTube CRM, sheet name, sheet number 1, row number we get from the search rows, and then we set called equal to false. Not false, but true. Yeah. Save that, and now it's just the HTTP request. Then we get to the little more technical part of it. We go to the Vapi documentation. I can just search it up. Then we go to the API reference, and then we go to create call. Trust me, that's going to make it so much easier. And first of all, we can copy this URL right there. Then we go back to the automation, set this to post, because we're going to make a post request. Then set the URL to the copied URL we got. Set the authentication to no authentication. Okay, then we get back here. Then you click try it. And now what you can do, you can create your own AI outbound call, but you don't have to write the whole JSON yourself. You can just plug and play it here. First of all, enter your bearer token. That is just your private API key. You gotta enter it here. And now you basically just put in all the data you want to give the AI voice agent in here. So I'm going to keep it very short. You can just look into all of that, and you can set all the things you can set in the normal AI voice agent, and actually you can set even more. First you select assistant. That is necessary. Then you can set name, and that the name is I don't know, the name of your assistant, I guess. First message, you need that one. You also need the model. The transcriber is also mandatory, and the voice as well. And then you can also set server messages and so on and so forth, but I'm going to keep it short here. Then select, for example, 11 labs. Just I'll select Mark. Sounds like an alright voice. Then you gotta set the model, for which I always use 11 flash 2.5, and now to the model of your AI voice agent. Just for example, OpenAI, Grok, whatever you use. I usually use OpenAI, and for this purpose I'm going to select the 4.1, GPT 4.1. And here you can set tools, tool IDs. I would set one tool definitely. That is the end call tool, which is very useful, because otherwise the AI voice agent just won't hang up the call, and yeah, just annoying as fuck. After that, you basically only need one thing, which is messages. And messages this is your prompt. This is absolutely mandatory. So this to assistant, and here you just gotta put in the prompt. I'm just going to get some prompt. I have, let's pick Nick. He's actually an inbound agent, but yeah, he's going to sound a little weird, but I think you know what it's supposed to be. Okay, now that we got this, we can basically just copy it. And now we go into the JSON editor. Then we paste that what we've copied in there. Now we gotta delete a few things so that it's a valid JSON construct. And yeah, this is valid. Then we copy this, go back into make, application JSON, then JSON string. And now you paste that what you've copied in there. But that's not it. You also gotta add two headers, which you see up there. You got one authorization header and then one content type bearer. So you can just copy this, paste this in there. Now you gotta delete the second part so that just content type remains. And the value is application JSON. And the next thing you're going to copy is the authorization. You gotta go into your Vapi console and copy the API key. Okay, and once you've done that, just save it. And now you just gotta do one thing in the message and the first message. So what you gotta do in your prompt is you can add somewhere. So you're just going to add right there dynamic values. But you just one thing, you can't press enter here because that would just ruin the JSON construct. You can only put in spaces. That's just something JSON specific, just so you know. It won't work if you press enter in there. So now you put in caller name equals to, then the name you get from the Google Sheet. I forgot one thing that you need to add. You need to add customer right there at the top. And now you gotta add the number. And that's basically it. Now you just copy the bottom part right there from name Sarah, because we got that already in there. Then from here, you're just going to do that and delete that. The number is just going to be the phone number, which should be enough information for it to work. And here in the first message, you can just put in, hey, here is, I don't know, what is it called, Nick. Am I speaking to, and now you put in the name that you get from the Google Sheet, question mark. And yeah, I needed to change the HTTP request to a HTTP legacy, which now enables me to do it the way I did it before in the automations I did right here. And now I just pasted all the information in there. And then you simply put in a plus before the phone number. And one last thing I've missed, because I wanted to do it quickly, is you also got to add the phone number ID. And now you copy that. Let's copy it until the name. Copy that. And now put it in there. Okay. And now it should give me a call. There's the call.
Hey, this is Nick. Am I speaking to Max?
Yeah.
Great, thanks for confirming. I'm reaching out from Max Plumbing Enterprise. How can I assist you with your plumbing needs today? Are you experiencing any issues or looking to schedule a service?
All right, it said Max Plumbing Enterprise because I formatted the prompt poorly, and that's how you can create an outbound caller with an HTTP request. So if you enjoyed this video, leave a like and drop a follow. And if you want to see a video about dynamic AI receptionist, just let me know in the comments. Peace.